Growing up around smart people in school and uni, I always felt like the outsider. Others were faster to grasp concepts, quicker to learn, and better at retaining information. I always thought that I was the odd one out and never would be able to code. However, 2 years after finishing my studies, I switched jobs and feel like I can make a small difference with my knowledge. In this video, I'll share with you how you can learn to code if you are willing and keen, and how this mentality stems from the Bible. We will look at a 5-step process to get you from 0 to 100. So let's jump right in. So for all you who don't know me, I'm Chris McQueen. I am a software developer from Germany and have recently switched jobs working for an online e-commerce company now, having been at a big corporate company for 2 years and also doing my studies there. First of all, start with your first Hello World program. So a Hello World program is a simple program where you write Hello World to the console. All it says is Hello World, and it's the easiest program you can write in any computer language. I would recommend Visual Studio Code. Is a free editor. It works on Linux, Mac, and Windows, and it's a great tool that I use daily as well. So get that up and running. You've got going, which is the very first step. Try to understand what Hello World really does, how it prints it, and what the command is, and celebrate because you've just started your first coding program. So the second tip that I find is super important is to build a routine. Once you've written your first small program, you need to practice, and only if you put in the work you will get good. Block an hour a day and dedicate that to learning how to code. Step 3, very simple, milestones. If you're on a big journey and you don't know waypoints, you will struggle to get to your end point. That's why every road has markers to say how far you are from the previous city and how close you are to the next one. It's the same in programming. You need goals, you need steps along the way to measure your success and stay on the road. In project management, these are called milestones. So maybe a first milestone could be to write your first Hello World. You did that, excellent. Maybe your second one could be to decide on what you want to learn first. Is it web development? Is it backend development? Which is everything that has to do with the communication between the data layer itself at the bottom and the front end, which is what you see on a website. Or is it something totally different? Do you want to get into game development? Whatever it is, set yourself a goal and try to focus on that small niche first. By making sure that you get to a certain milestone in a certain amount of time, you give yourself a little bit of pressure that can be helpful and handy to reach that goal and not give up too soon. And what milestones also do is help you break down a big goal into small sections. So the fourth step, get good. Once you've set your plan, when you want to do what, and you're regularly practicing, you can follow YouTube tutorials. You can start to make your own project. And what I've found the most helpful is that when you follow tutorials on XYZ, whatever it is you're interested in, make sure not to code exactly the same and copy what they're doing, but try to apply that. If someone's making a website about a blog, try to maybe make it about a gallery. It's the same logic in the back end, but by applying, you will understand and grasp the concept a lot better. And in this step, getting good can mean that you decide to code your own website. For example, you go and say, okay, I'll start a personal website and code that from scratch. And you will learn so many things that you won't necessarily learn if you're already in a job in a very niche area. And enjoy the whole process, because that's the whole fun of development as well. So step 5 is finding mentors. I believe that this is a good time to get hired. Now you've practiced and you're getting good, and you can find people online or offline who can help you get even better. They can help you level up your game. I've learned a lot from senior developers at my previous company and also at the place I am now, and they've taught me a lot about concepts, about architecture, and just getting that extra bit of knowledge from someone who's been in the industry for 10, 15 years. God also wants us to get going. He wants us to explore the meaning of life. He wants us to cycle back and understand His Word by being in contact with Him through prayer and also reading that Word. There are a few things to consider once you've looked at being a programmer. Is this still a good job in 2023? So what are the downsides? Well, first of all, remote work is very prevalent in this industry. Many people work 100% or like 60-70% remotely. Now, this isn't for everyone, and I've used home office days to work on the craft, but also other days where I can interact with colleagues and get to know new people at the company. I used to miss these human interactions, especially during COVID, and so this is a great opportunity to still go into work. Another problem is the more advanced and senior you become, the more meetings you will have to attend, and meetings can be a huge time waster if they're not effective and efficient. If you do something for more than 8 hours a day, it can take the joy out of the craft of programming. For me personally, after 8 hours, I'm happy to close the laptop and do other things like this YouTube channel. However, there are great positives, and I want to end on these. Being a software developer, you can get into FAANG companies, so you can get highly paid salaries and you can be among the best and always upskill along that journey. You can do what you love, and there's nothing better than finally solving a coding problem after working on it for days or even weeks. That feeling is just the best. You can work remotely from anywhere in the world, and there are companies that allow you to do a workation or even go abroad even further. If you don't have many meetings, you can code from a beach in Florida if that's something that you want to do. And there are many benefits to that. You can be more flexible. You can work from home, you can have kids, you can look after your kids, you can do stuff around the house, and many have really enjoyed this huge positive aspect of home office that COVID has brought along. So thanks so much for joining for this video. If you've liked it, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And you will find many other videos that are along the same topic of practical discipleship and also what the Bible really means. If you want to know more about a day in the life of a software developer, make sure to click the video over here that I did the other day.